Moving on to topic 3, which needs a disclaimer. You guys don't have this defense. But as the self-proclaimed biggest IOI fan in the universe, I am not hating on the artist. I am hating on the production and the entertainment company. But we are going to talk about Somi's debut and what a mess it was. So I guess I'll just get into the short cliff notes of the facts leading up to her debut, or just like everything leading up to it.
Yeah.
And then we could talk about that, and then we'll talk about the song itself and the music video and stuff. So if you don't know Somi, she was on 16, which is the show that created Twice. It was a survival show, like 2015, 2016, 2014.
No
I don't
idea.
know. It was a while ago.
Long time ago.
Which it feels like literally like 2 years ago that I watched that show. So it's weird to me that it was like 5 years ago. But yeah, she was on 16, so she was a JYP trainee. Had a chance to be in Twice. She didn't make it. JYP thought she had the like star potential. She just wasn't really ready yet. She was like 14 when that show was on. So she was pretty young. It was pretty obvious she wasn't gonna make it into the group. There's a cat eating Sam's headphone cords.
I can't.
Super energetic today.
I can't settle him.
No, that's okay. It adds entertainment value for the viewers. Especially since I don't have all the fancy slideshow stuff that Andrew usually does, so they don't really have much to look at other than us. But yeah, Somi, she was pretty young and 16, so she didn't make it. JYP was like, yeah, you need more training, but you definitely have that like appeal, that like public appeal, like you would make a good idol. So then she went on Produce 101 the next year, and she ended up winning, which means she was the center of IOI, one of the best girl groups ever. Sure. So yeah, she won Produce 101. She was the center of IOI, and she was in JYP as a trainee for a long time. Obviously, IOI was really big, but kind of had a short run due to Mnet not really knowing how to handle a group with like trainees from a bunch of different companies. They didn't really have the contract settled down right. Like the companies wanted to bring them back because they were so popular and like make their own groups and stuff really quickly. And she went back to JYP afterwards and kind of just sat around for years. She had a couple like singles with like featuring other people or like with other people. She had a song with Eric Nam, and then she did a couple other shows. She was on Ani's season 2. She was on what was the song? Where's Deep Blue Eyes from? What's the name of that show?
I forget.
Idol. It was something about like acting. Like basically it was Solgi and Moonbyul, and there's like 7 different female idols. Yua, that did like a show where they made their own drama, like 1 hour long mini drama thing, and it was about them learning how to act and actually like writing it and stuff. But they made a song for that too. So she's been doing stuff, but she was kind of just sitting around at JYP, not really like debuting. It was pretty clear she was going to be an ITZY. But then I don't know how long ago it was, but it came out that she was leaving JYP. It could have been that long ago because it was close to when
year, wasn't
I was gonna say it was close to when ITZY was debuting, because we all thought she was gonna be an ITZY. Like we already knew their name and everything, and then we found out she wasn't gonna be in it because she left. And she unfortunately signed with the Black Label. Luckily, she didn't sign with YG proper. But it's not much better, because if you don't know, Black Label is Teddy's entertainment company that is a subsidiary of YG. So Teddy is YG's main producer. So she joined that company, and she finally got to debut. And then the debut got delayed for over a month. And then the debut teasers came out, and the styling was atrocious.
Oh my God,
and then we get to the showcase, and there's no live performance because the choreography kept changing past the release of the song, which means the music video also didn't have choreography in it.
Well, it had some.
It had some, but not much.
Yeah.
So the whole thing's just an utter mess, and it makes sense because it's YG, and yeah. So what are your guys' thoughts on leading up to the song? We'll talk about the song afterwards. Just everything involved.
Well, at least speaking for myself, as someone who is kind of unaware of a lot of this stuff, I knew the name because people talked about her in connection with IOI.
Yeah.
But I didn't really realize who she was signed with, or that she was going to be an ITZY, or that she changed the label. I didn't know any of that. So
yeah.
I'm just kind of along for the ride on most of this.
And then you want to talk about the song.
I have a lot of thoughts about the song itself. But I remember, like, it was kind of like a running joke that she was never going to debut. I remember that happening.
Yeah,
and then, like, when we actually saw the teasers and people were like, I'll believe it when we actually see
that's
it.
literally, I said that. I was like,
Yeah.
we get teasers, but that doesn't mean it's coming out because it already got delayed a bunch.
And then when we saw, like, the first photos of the release, I was like, oh man, this is going to be awful. Those first teasers were really bad. That's all I got for now.
Yeah, so I guess I go. I watched the showcase, like the translation of it, and it is one of the most painful things to watch. I felt so bad for her. Like, I mean, the press was not easy on her because they kept asking, like, why aren't you performing the song? And she's like, oh, the choreography wasn't perfect. Like I want to show my best. And then they like see the music video, like, but we see there's choreography in the music video. And she's like, oh, well, we're changing it. Yeah. And it was just so hard to like watch her. Like,
yeah, it was just it was a train wreck.
Yeah. Like, and, they're asking like, why'd you leave JYP for this? And she says like, oh, she liked the music direction better. I'm like, why? Okay.
Yeah.
They're asking about IOI, like members of IOI, and like if she still talks to them. I'm just like, this is just so hard to watch. Like, yeah, the whole thing was a mess. And like she like performed, she like kind of did like the point dance to like try to like liven up the thing, and it was so uncomfortable.
Was it?
But this whole debut, it's like, it's so sad. It was so rushed and delayed at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I remember hearing the news like May 1st we were gonna get it, and then like end of April comes and we're like, is it happening? And then it's like, okay, it's happening. It's gonna happen beginning of June, and then it's like, just kidding, like later in June, like mid-June maybe. Like it was like, okay, sure. And then those photos came out. We're just like,
the styling is so bad.
It's like, I didn't have high expectations, really, especially after moving to the Black label. I mean, I'm also, not a huge Somi fan. I mean, I have nothing against her, but I wasn't like, waiting for this. I was just waiting for it because it's been 2 years. And so it's like, when is she going to debut? Like, she was the big person in IOI. Like, so.
Yeah.
It's really sad to see how this all, like, ended up.
Yeah, it sucks because I agree. It's just such a mess, and it's clearly all on the Black label, and like, it's all like, none of it's Somi's fault, but like she's just getting the brunt of the results of it. Like they clearly didn't have the production ready. They clearly didn't have anything ready. Like, how do you delay a song for over a month and decide to release it and do a showcase and the choreography still isn't finalized? Like, the music video is shot and out and you don't know what the choreography for the song is. Like, how does that happen? Like, especially such a big company, and for someone who's at least had a huge popularity. Like, at this point, it's hard to say how popular she is. People know who she is still, but like, she's been sitting around doing nothing for 2 years, so like, obviously her popularity has waned. But yeah, it's so just disappointing with how they handled everything. And it's just like, the instant I heard she was moving to YG and the Black label, I was like, something like this is gonna happen, and I know it. I knew it. But I think the reason she did it was, I mean, YG sat on her for 2 years and then was just gonna put her in a group, and I think she would probably wanted to be solo, which to me I think is a bad idea. No offense to Somi, but I think she fits better in a group. She doesn't.
I agree.
Have like she just doesn't have like JYP said, she has the idol like factor. She is the personality and the likableness and like the fun bubbliness, and just general public likes her, but she doesn't have the skills to handle like a full solo debut.
Yeah, I would say centers don't always make great soloists.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
They usually don't.
Yeah. I think she's better in a group. I know like Jakari says like she would be better solo than in a group because she would stand out too much in a group. Like she would get too much attention. Like I don't think that's it.
It would be like a Hyuna Suzy situation or whatever.
Yeah, but I don't think that'd be the case. It'd only be the case just because she has this popularity now.
Yeah.
But it's been so long that I don't even know. I mean, look at ITZY. Like everyone was thinking, like, was it Renjin was going to be like
Yujin,
the star?
And
like no one.
Chaeyoung.
Yeah, but like I feel like they stood out the least, or
100%.
Or even
the
like
unknown members stood out way more in ITZY.
Even like G Idol with Soyeon, like other members kind of took some of the spotlight too. Like it wasn't all like this, like the one member. It's like, you know, give the other members a shot to kind of, because you never know. I don't know, but yeah, I don't think Somi should be solo.
Yeah, but, I agree. So Baron, you don't have anything else to say? Do you agree with that?
It really feels like the whole thing is just like when you had like a homework assignment due the next day.
Yep.
You had like a month to work on it, and then you started like 2 a.m. the night before, and you turn in a piece of crap. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, let's get into the song itself. So I guess we'll go with our normal review format. So the song is called Birthday, if you didn't know. So what do you think of it, Baron?
So I'll start off by saying this. The only thing I liked about the song is that it's kind of cute how she has the balloons on her pigtails and like lifts them up. That's it.
That's the entire.
That has nothing to do with the song, but okay.
Yeah, but okay.
The actual song itself, it's like everything I don't like about a song. It's got like the YG like prominent singing style, which I really don't like at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like not an excessive use, but it's got, like she does like the vocal fry thing, and vocal fry is like really annoying to me.
Oh, I love vocal fry.
At one point in the song, I had to look this up because I was so confused. She rhymes yard with some other word, and I had to look up what that word. It's Polaroid. How do you rhyme yard and Polaroid?
That's yeah. She was definitely doing her best Nicki Minaj impression at that point.
So already like it's not good, and then we get to the chorus, and the chorus is just an absolute complete train wreck. It's possibly the worst chorus I've heard all year.
Oh, it's just like worse than the Zimzalabim?
Oh, significantly worse.
Oh, wow.
It's got like a cacophony of different sounds going on, and like nothing makes sense, and like her singing is just. I only listened to the song twice. Mm-hmm. And then I never wanted to listen to it again. And then yesterday I was like, I guess I have to listen to this again for this review. And I wish I didn't. That's all my thoughts. It's not good.
So I'm not as harsh. I think to me, there are parts of the song I like. But to me it has the same issue that Zimzalabim did. The chorus obviously is a train wreck. The song is typical Teddy like YG mess like that we've been hearing from Blackpink recently. I think so it has the chance to grow on me because Kill This Love grew on me. I did not like that song at all when it first came out. I like it more now. It's still not my favorite, but it's definitely grown on me. But I think the song when she's not like I do agree, like I like vocal fry, but like that the beginning part's not good. The chorus is just garbage. The main part I do like the pre-chorus when she's allowed to actually sing. She's not the best singer, but I do really like her vocal color, like her voice. I think it's unique. And it's just she just has like she has a voice that fits like fun songs. And I think the song is fun despite its problems. Like I like the vibe of the music video. It's cute. It fits her image well. and I think the song fits it too. It's just the production of the song itself has got a lot of problems. And then the choreography is just, it's whatever. Even after all those problems, it comes out like the live stage is just like whatever. Like it's nothing special. So I don't know what took them so long to make it. So yeah, obviously, to be honest, my expectations weren't super high for this song once she moved to YG and all the problems started coming out anyway. But it's still, I wish it was better. I'm glad it is not a physical album, so I don't have to purchase it because I own every IOI branch album physically, and I would have bought it if it was physical despite everything, but it's not, so I'm good. But I don't know, the song's okay. There's just a lot of problems.
Yeah, I will say the song's like kind of grown on me a bit, but like not because I think it's good. I mean, I feel like even on first listen, like I kind of just had this comparison of this song with like a Taylor Swift song or some reason of like, it's like the same with like
insulted Baron so much.
It was like with Shake It Off, kind of like this weird like this is I don't know, like this whole song and like concept just makes me think of like a Disney Channel star having their because it's childish. I mean, she's young, but like they're trying to be adult and cool, and it's weird. I don't know, but yeah, it's growing on me. It's not necessarily good. Like the chorus is not. Like her like I was like, what is this? Mm-hmm. Like she just sounds like she's trying to be all cool, but then she's like cute, and I just
I feel like she doesn't have like the swagger to pull off like the Blackpink
exactly
style.
Yeah.
Like I think someone else could do this song a lot better. Like
definitely
with someone with a personality for this song, like. But there are parts of the song I think she sounds really good, like the all right part. Like when she sings, because I've never really cared for Somi's singing voice, but she sounds really good when she actually sings. In the song, and also I really like the ending. I think that's
the thing. It's the YG ending, like where they bring it all together.
I hate YG endings, like,
really?
With an absolute passion.
This is by far. That's interesting.
This is like the only one that made sense to me because it actually had to do with like themes in the song.
Yeah,
it wasn't just random. It was like, we actually just built off of what we were doing earlier in the song, so it makes sense, and it's a fun way to end it. Whereas like usual YG endings, you're just like, where did this come from? Like it's a completely different song.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then the choreo for this is, I mean, the live stages in general are kind of almost a little bit uncomfortable. It's funny because I guess she is a rookie, but at the same time she's like not a rookie.
She's been in 4 groups.
Which is why
it's hard for so long.
Which is why it's so hard to like almost be like critique her, because I'm like, you've been around. Like this isn't your first time doing live stages. Mm-hmm. So I have expectations. But she's kind of deer in the headlights. She's stiff. I understand there's a lot of stress and everything with this change in the choreo, I guess, to like the day before.
Yeah, I think part of it is the choreography just changing all the time, so she wasn't able to practice it enough. And the other part of it is she's used to being in a group. All of her other times she was in a group. Yeah. So like having the entire spotlight on her is probably a lot more stressful.
Yeah, I think she'll grow into it a bit. I mean, this is her debut of that kind of being like that. And having to also sing the whole song is a little troubling for her as well, it seems. I mean, it's not an easy song to sing as she's like dancing, but it's I liked her other song though, Out of My Head.
Yeah,
I thought that was like that's what I want from her solo career. Not
Baron didn't even listen to it probably. He's too scared. You should listen to it. It is a much better song.
It's a completely different style. Okay. And she sounds good. Like I said, I never cared for Somi singing. She actually sounds really good on that. I think that'd be a much better solo career move than Birthday. But
yeah, that's about it. Any closing thoughts from either of you? It is what it is. It's YG.
At least she debuted.
She debuted. It happened. Maybe they can learn from this experience and do a lot better planning next time.
Now the question is, when will she come back?
Yeah, exactly. I'm really curious to see what she does next.
Yeah, exactly.
If she comes back.
It'll be interesting. Oh, I think she will, but
3 years later.
yeah, God. It's YG after all. She's stuck there for a while. Let us know your thoughts on Somi's debut. I know Jakari's gonna be in here yelling at us. And probably leave a giant paragraph about why we're wrong. But yeah, if you liked it, if you didn't like it, what did or didn't you like it about it? And what did you think of the whole mess leading up to it? Let us know your comments in the comments below.